Hello students, I want to welcome you back today to another math lesson. And in today's math lesson, we want to solve a compound shape. And in this compound shape, we want to find the area. And it has A, B, and C. A says, calculate the area of the rectangle. B, calculate the total area of the two quarter circles X and Y. So here is X, here is Y. Then we have the rectangle here. Then C says, what is the area of the shaded part? So we just want to find this shaded part for C and not X and Y, which will be half of a circle. So with no further delay, let's go right into the problem. A says, but remember you can subscribe for quick access to all the videos and lessons that will be posted. A says, calculate the area of the rectangle. And we know the formula is area equals length times width. So it's 70 times 50. So area equals 50 times 70. And area equals, just multiply 5 times 7, which is 35. And bring down the 0 from the 50, the 0 from the 70. So 50 times 70 is 3,500 centimeter square, because remember the problem is centimeter, and when they ask you to find area, you have to square your answer. So with that, A is solved, and now we want to find B. B says calculate the total area of the two quarter of the circles X and Y. So those two quarter of the circle will give us half of a circle, which is a semicircle. So in order for us to start our problem, we know in order for us to find the area of a circle, we use the formula area equals pi times r square. And remember, pi could be 3.14 or 22 over 7. But this specific problem here says use pi as 22 over 7. So for this problem, we're going to use pi as 22 over 7. And we're going to convert our formula into numbers. So area equals pi is 22 over 7. The problem says to use pi as 22 over 7 times our radius. If you can see here at X and Y, our radius is 14. So it's 14 square, because that's just a formula. R has to be square. So now we have 22 over 7 times 14 square. Okay, so from our formula, we got 22 over 7, which is pi, times r, which is our radius here, which is 14. So it's 14 square. And we know 14 square is not 14 times 2. It's 14 times 14, which is equals to 196. And we could multiply it here. 14 times 14. And we're supposed to get 196. 4 times 4, 16. Bring on the 6, carry the 1. 4 times 1, 4, and 1, 5. Under the tens place, 1 times 4, 4. And under the ones place, 1 times 1, 1. When we add that, we bring down our 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. And bring down your 1. So 14 times 14, or 14 square, is 196. So now we want to continue with this problem, and its area equals 22 over 7 times 196 over 1. So again, remember 22 over 7 is from pi, and we get this 196 from r square, which is 14 square, which is 14 times 14. Then as we look in our problem, we could cancel out. 7 could go into 7 one time. 7 could go into 196 28 times. So now all we need to do is to multiply 22 times 28. And when we multiply 22 times 28, that gives us 616 centimeter square. So again, how do we get this 616 centimeter square? This 616 centimeter square comes from pi, which is 22 over 7, times 14 square, which is 14 times 14, which gives us 196. So we put the word 22 over 7 times the 196 over 1, and we could cancel out 7 into 7, 1. Remember, our problem is not solved as yet. Why? Because this is the area of an entire circle. But remember, x and y is 2/4 of a circle, which is half of a circle. So because the 6/16 is the area of an entire circle and we only have half of a circle, we're going to divide by 2 and we'll get our answer. And 2 into 6 is 3. Perfectly, we add our 0. And 2 into 16 is 8. So I know 2 could go into 616, 308. But remember, it's centimeter square. So this is our answer for x and y. Then we want to go into the final part of the problem. It says C, what is the area of the shaded part? And if we see, this rectangular part is shaded, but your 14 centimeters square at x and y is not shaded. So we want to find everything except x and y. And remember, when we found the rectangle part that is shaded, it was 3,500 centimeters square. And when we found the part that was not shaded, which is x and y, which is a 2/4 of a circle, which gives us half of a circle, which is a semicircle, we got our answer as 308. So we want to minus that 308. Why? Because the problem says, what is the area of the shaded part only? So all of this is shaded, but our semicircle, which is a 2/4 of a circle, is not shaded. And that is the reason why we have to minus that to find a shaded part. Semicircle, remember, it's not shaded. So we need to minus. 0 cannot go into it, so we have to borrow all the way from the 5. The 5 becomes 4. This becomes 10. Borrow from a 10 becomes 9. And that becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 3 from nothing is 3. So our answer is 3,192 centimeter square. And the problem is solved. Remember once again for C, C only asks to find a shaded part. And our semicircle was not shaded, and that is why we had to minus it from the rectangle, which is our shaded part. Thanks so much for viewing. Remember, you can subscribe for quick access to all the videos and lessons that will be posted.